Hello there, guys. Welcome back to another one. And I'm a little bit late, not a little bit, a lot late to this drama that just happened. Or not just happened, but it happened like some days ago. Like literally last month, we're in a new month. Happy new month, everybody. And you guys have been here for 3 months now or something like that. Wow. 50 of you guys. Oh my God. Thank you, guys. But this one is a lot of drama. But I have my own few take, and you can also tell me your own few take actually in the comment section, and tell me like what you actually feel about the drama that went on. So while we start, let me clean my glasses like a jig and read out what was there. Basically, Enzo MAresca came out and then he gave his own fair take on what happened in Chelsea that made him leave, and then after he left, or what was the reason why he was leaving. And then the club also brought out their statement. We're going to look at those two statements now. I'm going to read it as fast as I can. Yeah, I'm going to read it as fast as I can, and then I'll give you my own few take. And then after that, something else now happened. But let's go first. Enzo MAresca's take. The decision to leave was only mine. My resignation from Chelsea opened a path for me to join Manchester City, which is a club I knew very well. I am ecstatic that I have now joined Manchester City. I recognize that my departure from Chelsea in the middle of the season caused disruption for the club, and I apologize for that. It was neither my intention nor my wish. Now, this whole statement from Enzo MAresca brought on a lot of controversies. People saying, oh, Enzo MAresca is a snake. He left the club just for his own ambition. Like, he does not care about the players. He does not care about the fans. Even though he gave kudos to the fans, but still, he does not care about any of us. But he just went to Manchester City because he knew the Manchester City job was there for the taking. Now, let's look at the club statement. Chelsea FC appreciates the 2025 season was a hugely disappointing one for the club and its supporters. A major contributing factor was the disruption caused as a result of changes that the club was forced to make to the head coach position over the Christmas period. Due to recent developments, we consider that it is important to explain to our supporters what happened and why our former head coach left the club on 1st January 2026. In autumn last year, the club was informed by our former head coach that there might be an opportunity for him to succeed Pep Guardiola at the end of the season. It became clear to us that it was his strong desire to succeed Guardiola and that he was fully committed to pursuing the opportunity, despite the fact he was under a long-term contract which he had no right to terminate. In December 2025, our head coach unexpectedly and abruptly resigned from his position. Obviously, we felt let down as we believed that his head and heart were focused on another club and another opportunity. Despite having just arrived at Chelsea the year before, no club wants to change its head coach midway through a season. However, in light of his decision not to continue fulfilling the responsibility through to the end of the season, the club was left with no choice but to protect our players, our supporters, and the badge and accept his resignation. In the circumstances, and given the mutual respect between clubs, a confidential settlement has been reached with Manchester City, which includes the payment of compensation. A confidential settlement has also been reached with the former head coach, under which he will pay compensation. Looking forward to next season in Xabi Alonso, we have a manager who has an exceptional football mind and is a professional of the highest integrity. He has all the attributes to deliver the success the club supporters deserve and expect. Let's put that down, right? And put it to my real face. With all of these things that you've just had, what is your own conclusion? Put it down there. Let me tell you, guys, something. Now, if you remember in halfway of the season last year or earlier this season when Enzo MAresca left 1st of January, all of that, December, all of those losing of games and stuff like that. So people have put it to the fact that, oh, it was because of his head is already going towards Manchester City, and that is why he started doing all of those shenanigans, losing the games and stuff like that. But is it actually true that a player or a man or a well-grown man as himself would actually want to do something like that? Ruin the club, ruin the fans' expectations, ruin everything, ruin even his own career in the making and stuff like that. Obviously, he's a very young coach. He has only coached Leicester City and won the championship trophy from the previous season before joining Chelsea. Is it possible that a man like that would actually want to do that to Chelsea and leave the club from the beginning. Now, statements also came out last time that Enzo MAresca has been asking for a defender, he has been asking for a well-known player, he has been asking for experience in the squad. And then he was well to do dealing with what he had to do, dealing with the likes of Kolui, dealing with the likes of Chaluba, Wesley Fofana, Rich James, all those people, no lots of experience, all just young players, and he still won 2 trophies. You can call it Mickey Mouse Trophy, but we're the Club World Cup champions. He won all of those trophies, and after doing that, he asked for backing from the club. But while he asked for backing for the club, asking for just one defender, don't forget, Enzo MAresca had just sent away Renato Vega. He has just sent away Renato Vega of Portugal, who was young, coming in for the first time to Chelsea, to England. And in his very first game where he was opportune to play, he played as a left back, and he was deemed to be the successor for Marco Kurela. But with all of that happening, Enzo MAresca felt he was too arrogant and he did not want to use him in places where he himself wanted to play. He saw himself as a central back. But Renato Vega was very aggressive, very well. You know, his character is so strong. He fought for the team very well. He fought for the fans very well until he was sent on loan out to another club. That was Renato Vega. That is MAresca's fault. But then, since the coach did not want to use that guy, he asked for another person. The club said they could not give it to him. But then, Iliam Rosino came in, and then they brought in one of the defenders we had on loan to fill in that space that Enzo MAresca was asking for. This now actually links up together to make us understand that did they actually say they were not going to give him, or he was not contented with who they were going to give him? In the sense that Mamadou Sarr was supposed to come in, but he had already have like an experience with Mamadou Sarr, and then he says, no, I don't want this, I want another person, I want another experience. Which we later actually saw Mamadou Sarr did not even play a lot of games last season, towards even the end. Even for Senegal right now, they're already out, unfortunately for them. That's another next video. He did not play he never play a game for them. Now coming to all of these statements, he initially said the decision to leave was only his resignation from Chelsea opened a path for him to join, which means it was just a speculation for him to head or succeed. But then the club came out to say they have already had an agreement or a plan already that MAresca was going to succeed Pep Guardiola leaving next season. At the end of it, MAresca removed this same post from Instagram because he posted it on Instagram. I read the post, screenshotted everything. After then, he removed it. This just opens a whole broad of understanding, or a whole broad of secrets, or a whole broad of like delegation and interaction between MAresca and the club. If what has just happened was what actually truly happened, leading MAresca to remove the post from Instagram, this just simply means we are finished as a club. We are almost finished. Okay, don't let me say finished, but we are almost finished. No backing of MAresca, to throwing him under the bus, literally, because this statement is like throwing him under the bus, like what we saw with Enzo Fernandes, and now they're trying to make Enzo Fernandes leave the whole club by just selling him by 100 million just because they want money. I'm not going to believe the club fully, and I'm not going to believe MAresca fully, because both of them have equal parts in playing. At the end of the day, who is the snake? They are the snake, you are the snake. Both of them are snakes. They are two husband and wives trying to mix themselves up. And that is one thing we've always been saying from the whole season, even after MAresca left. It was the ideal eye for this blue co. Like, it was the main eye, like the main solid point for blue co. Because it was working under MAresca, that is why blue co had all the balls to buy a Garnacho, Gittins, Hato, all of those nonsense players, even Liam Delap. But at the end of the day, the club, the fans, we are paying the detriment of it. We are the ones paying the detriment. If you don't understand, we are the ones paying the detriment because now every signing that is coming in the door is there. It's said or it's already been written. Xabi Alonso want this guy. Xabi Alonso signing. Xabi Alonso first signing. Xabi Alonso spoke to him. Xabi Alonso did that. Xabi Alonso did this. Xabi Alonso, Xabi Alonso everywhere. Bro, if Xabi Alonso does not work, they are literally going to throw him under that bus. That same boss that MAresca, Enzo, Fernandes, Cucurella, all of those, that boss, that same boss, they are going to throw them there. Trevor still has one of his luggage under that bus. He still has one of his luggage there. Because now they are looking to send him to Como or to one Italian club. Even after everything they've done for him, kudos to Trevor Chalobah. I love him so much. Not Chelsea standard. He can be a bench guy. But after everything he has done, they're still going to throw him under the bus. It just lists everything for me that all of this signing, are they really Xabi Alonso signing? That's where I'm just going to point it out to. Are they really Xabi Alonso signing? Because if they are, kudos to Xabi Alonso because he's getting the best left back from La Liga to the best right back from Serie A and trying to do something with the present squad. Xabi Alonso. At the end of the day, every news that they put out is what we can read and what we can understand. Xabi Alonso signing, Xabi Alonso this, Xabi Alonso that. Enzo MAresca has gone for good. We will see what he does with Man City next season. Me, I've forgiven him because even though what he did was crazy, he literally changed the whole direction of the whole club midway, mid-season. Absolutely insane. MAresca, you have your fault in it, but this Chelsea board of owners, they are not exempted. No one is exempted. No one is exempted. But that's it. That's it. Xabi Alonso has been linked to every signing, to every transfer. Xabi Alonso, Chevalier, Xabi Alonso, the new guy that just come in. Don't worry. We go see them next season. All of them. We go see all of them next season. Chelsea got another fine again. I could not find the tweet, but Chelsea got another fine. Although this one is quite small, £2 million or euros or something like that. Why did they get a fine? The value of what they are spending in the transfer window is exceeding the value of the squad. Bro, Chelsea, their owners need to start looking straight. Because what they are doing, they should start getting rid of players before they bring in any player. Like, I don't even mind that they are not really bringing in a lot of players. They should get rid of... In fact, even if it's only 3 that will do this season, Xhaka, the other 2 left wing and right back, if that's what they will do, let them do. But they should get rid of all of those ones first. Tosin, Badiashile, Wesley Fofana, Liam Delap, Garnacho, all of those people like that. Pack your load and go. Pack your load and go. That's what they are. They should just Beru, and go. Enzo Fernandes to Real Madrid. New information about Enzo Fernandes, as you can see on the screen. No changes on Enzo Fernandes' story, as always mentioned. Zero talks. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Zero talks between Real Madrid and Chelsea. Despite different reports, is appreciated by Real Madrid, but one of 5 names on the list, plus 0 club-to-club talks so far. Basically, they are trying to say, Chelsea, reduce your price, and then we'll start talking. They evaluate this guy now for 150 million. This will lead me to the next... we're still going to come back to Enzo, but this is going to lead me to this. Sandro Tonali has gone to Spurs for its 97.5 million plus 3.5 add-ons, making everything together 100 million. Sandro Tonali has gone to Spurs for 100 million, including add-ons, 97 plus including add-ons. Matheus Fernandes from West Ham has gone to Spurs for 85 million. Spurs, they are smoking weed. How can you get two midfielders? And don't forget, they've brought in Robertson, they've brought in Van Eyck. I think they've brought in Van Eyck also from Brighton. They've brought in all of these players in just this transfer window. Like they did two business in like 24 to 48 hours. C'est fini. This was Chelsea that year. This was Chelsea, literally. I'm telling you. It was Chelsea that year when they brought in Enzo Fernandes, then brought in Caicedo. But then what they are doing is bringing in all of those midfield. Now they literally kind of have the best midfield in the world. Not in the world actually. That English midfield is being overhyped so much. But you can see in the league at the moment a little bit. We can still bring in Chelsea a little bit. We can still bring in Arsenal. We can still bring in Manchester City. But that is... These fees are absolutely insane. 185 million spent in a span of 2 days. On to the next. Oh, sorry, not next. Back to Enzo Fernandes. Why I was saying this will bring me back to Enzo Fernandes, saying Chelsea needs to reduce their money. But me myself, I'm not. Don't reduce it. Chelsea board of owners, don't reduce it. If you want Enzo Fernandes, bring 130. Bring 100. Let's bargain. Then he will give you 110. Come to Nigerian market. I'm a jale for you. We will give you jale. Enzo Fernandes and Real Madrid. There's no club to club contact. There's only agreement from player. Player say he wants to go. Let him go. Bring in the money. Liquid. Bring it in. Next, another midfielder. This one is English, by the way. You will see this. No. You will see this. Aston Villa, according to Matlow, has placed a 130 million valuation on Arsenal, and Chelsea targets Morgan Rogers. 130 million for Morgan Rogers. Let's be frank with ourselves. Out of these midfielders I'm going to mention, Enzo Fernandes, Morgan Rogers, Lisandro Tonali, Matheus Fernandes, this guy that went to Man U, I did it in my previous video, I forgot his name, Emerson, one of the two, I forgot his name. All of these midfielders that are going or that have gone, including Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is a baba. Let's just leave him aside. All of these people that I've mentioned, the only one that I can lace Enzo Fernandes' boots is Lisandro Tonali. Bruno Guimaraes is still at Newcastle, and trust me, if Man U wants to go for him, they probably have to cough out another 100 million. Another 100. The transfer window is kicking. Is like, it's making my head spin. How are midfielder like? Make it make sense to me. All of these midfielders have not achieved anything. They've not won Premier League. They've not won a lot of even FA Cup or Carabao Cup. None of them. Then you are charging them. Italy is not even the World Cup. I'm sorry to my Italy friends, but Italian friends. Italy is not in the World Cup. Tonali was together with the Italy that was supposed to qualify. He did not do anything. And they are valuating him not valuating him. They sold him for 100 million. This world is turning upside down. This world is literally turning upside down. That's it for me in this video. I probably have skipped something that I was going to say, but that's it for me in this video. The transfer window is filled up with lots of snakes. And also, Michael Olise. Real Madrid wants to get Michael Olise for 200 and something million. That's probably why they're also not talking to Enzo Fernandes. Because they're thinking Olise is going to give them listening ears. But I don't think that was going to happen this season. Probably next season. Yeah, probably next season. But if Olise goes to Real Madrid this season, Barca, Barca. Bah. That's where you will stop. Man. But Barca, you guys will need to you need to dust your shoes. You will need to dust your shoes. But that's it for me in this transfer video. The transfer video is fucked up. I'm telling you. Literally fucked up. Next video soon.